Welcome to Season 2 of The Animal Highlight. This season is focused on animals and sound and has been extracted from Season 4 of the Animal Turn podcast, which was originally aired in 2021. In this season, I'm joined with a co-host, and I'm delighted it's Hannah Hunter, who's a friend and colleague of mine from Queen's University. Hannah is a PhD candidate in the Geography Department at Queen's University and an active member of the Sonic Arts of Place Laboratory at Queen's University, which is also a sponsor of this season. Her research explores the intersections of animals, sound, and extinction, and Hannah is particularly interested in the intersection of how we can build relationships with distant and lost beings through sound, and how sound might be a potent force for representing and challenging the fourth mass extinction. In today's show, Hannah is talking about pistol shrimps. Hi, Hannah. Welcome back once again to The Animal Turn. I believe today we're going to be speaking about what's going to be one of the coolest named animals ever, pistol shrimps.
Pistol shrimps, yes. Pistol shrimps and sonic warfare is my title of this this highlight. So let's just start with shrimp in general. So certain kinds of shrimp, of which pistol shrimp are a family, these kind of snapping shrimps, are collectively some of the loudest beings in the ocean. So in certain places in the world, if you kind of have ever been lucky enough to snorkel or go scuba diving, you'll be very familiar with this sound of shrimp. So they have these kind of snapping or popping sounds on the ocean floor. And this kind of fact of shrimp being really noisy was memorialized in a sound artist called Jana Windren. She has a recording album called The Noisiest Guys on the Planet, which records a kind of crustacean called a decapoda. And they're a kind of very integral part of the ocean soundscape in a way that a passing ship might be as well. And yeah, they're just really loud for such a small species, and they kind of come together. So some shrimp use this sound-making capability for their survival, and that's where our friends, the pistol shrimp, come in. So they capture their food and warn off competition and predators through sound. So they have this amazing ability where they kind of cock their claws open and clamp them shut really quickly in the direction of the prey. And this creates a bubble, and this bubble pops, creating a sound that's so loud that it stuns that prey, and then the pistol shrimp after them. And so that's why they're called pistol shrimp.
Wait. Before you continue, how big is a pistol shrimp here? Like, how big am I?
Well, you're thinking small. You're thinking small kind of crustacean that might live under a rock at the bottom of the ocean. Like nothing.
The size of my pinky.
3 to 5 centimeters. So you're probably about right that they're about the size of your pinky, or smaller even.
Okay. And there's a shrimp who snaps closed his claws, creates a bubble, and stuns who he's trying to catch, or who's trying to catch him.
So he's trying to catch it. And then they might also do this to kind of warn off predators as well, or kind of sexual competition. The bubble bursts, and it's the sound. And there's also a heating element of it, that the kind of, there's so much energy in it that it's so hot. And this can be damaging too. So yeah, it's this real power. And that has been, I don't know if you've ever seen the film Project Power. I hadn't heard about it until I started researching this. So it's this film where everyone kind of has these superpowers. Spoiler alert, I don't know. And the lead character, played by Jamie Foxx, and all the powers are something that an animal also has. And so the lead character, Jamie Foxx, his superhero character has the powers of the pistol shrimp. So he can kind of make these kind of hot sonic booms to kind of stun people in the same way that a pistol shrimp would. But having said all that, I think it's maybe important not to like sensationalize this. I think in the way that, because they're called a pistol shrimp and they're kind of considered, you know, the most dangerous or most noisy or whatever animals on a planet, we've kind of militarized them in that sense. You know, they're also just beings kind of hanging out, surviving on the ocean floor, and it's just kind of have this really cool power. One of their claws is substantially bigger than the other, and the big one is kind of that pistol one with these kind of superhero-like abilities. These snapping shrimp do make such a huge sonic impact on this kind of soundscape of the ocean. I think that's really cool.
Well, I mean, when you go underwater, you hear that crackling, right? You hear that crackling, and that I knew that was a lot of like shrimp and smaller animals in the. But I had no idea. Like I'm reading here that a pistol shrimp, the bigger claw, it snaps at a speed of 97 kilometers per hour.
That's
97
wild.
kilometers per hour. I mean, that is unbelievably fast. And then it says, so you said it's really loud. It says it's 210 decibels, and the average gun is 150 decibels. And a lion's roar is about 114 decibels. So it's not just loud, it's substantially louder than sounds that we would consider, you know, loud in our worlds, which is just really cool. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that wonderful animal highlight.
No problem. I'm glad to have introduced the pistol shrimp to you.
Thank you to Animals in Philosophy, Politics, Law and Ethics for sponsoring the Animal Turn podcast. Thank you also to the Sonic Arts Studio and the Sonic Arts Place Laboratory, who were sponsors for the 4th season of the Animal Turn podcast that was focused on animals and sound, where, of course, these animal highlights were extracted from. A big thank you also to Hannah Hunter for co-hosting this season of the Animal Highlight with me. This episode was produced by myself, edited by Christiaan Mentz, and the logo and episode artwork were created by Rebecca Shen. This is The Animal Highlight with me, Claudia Hirtenfelder.